This could signal huge market shift. Must pay attention to. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5, staying live here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness, it's been a nice weekend, and I'm back for another show today. It's Monday, and I'm excited because you know what? Every day we get into this this show and learn about Bitcoin and be a part of crypto is a great day. And I'm glad that you're here because you're one of the few people who actually own some crypto, own some Bitcoin, mostly Bitcoin because that's the most important. And you understand that Bitcoin will be the money. Now, there will be people watching this show that says, well, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And what if these happen? And they live their lives in a future that's possible. Not saying it's not possible that there's nuclear war. Not saying it's not possible that there is, an asteroid hitting the planet. Not saying it's not possible that Bitcoin gets cracked. Not saying that's not impossible. It's just unlikely. So why live your life in those possibilities? Try to live your life, right, in the here and now. And the here and now is that Bitcoin, if you look at the research and look at the what it is, how it works, that it will be the money, assuming no other catastrophic event occurs. Yes, you could also say someone could steal my Bitcoin. Yes, that's possible. Someone could hack into my computer, and yes, that's possible. But you're living in a future that you can handle. Trust me, no matter what negative thing happens to you, or you think that's going to happen to you, you can handle it. So forget it all and just own some Bitcoin and move on. All right, so I'm going to get on to the news and then to do some TA. But before I do, I wanted to talk about one of my top exchanges is Bybit, right? Where you can sign up at bybit.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below where you can get up to $30,000 in deposit rewards. I'd appreciate it if you just sign up, right? Just sign up and deposit $100, and yeah, you can get a small reward for that, and do some small trades, and yeah, you'll learn how to be a part of this system. So if you haven't signed up already, please do so. If you're, of course, don't want to provide ID, you can go to 2bit.davincij15.com and you can sign up there, and yeah, you can also you could trade and buy crypto anonymously at that exchange. Okay. Also, links in the description below. Alrighty, let me just get on to the news now. Bitcoin, as miners sell big. Here's what it means for BTC prices. This article does not go into exactly what's going on in the BTC prices, but I want to point out here this quote here. A notable development recently unfolded as the metric experienced a substantial surge simultaneously with Bitcoin prices touching the 30K mark. Curiously, the surge in miner activity contributed to a significant price retracement, nudging Bitcoin valuation downward to 25K threshold. Subsequently, the metric saw a marked dip, hitting a yearly low, the analysts found. Okay, you might say, okay, yeah, this must be true, right? Because based on the analysts' research, right? Yeah, and honestly, it could have occurred this way. We don't have that information to know that that's happened. But what we do know for sure, is that our current system of fiat money allows governments and banks, central banks, and the super wealthy print money and have free slaves. So is it in their best interest to manage the price of Bitcoin, which will replace their financial system? Answer that question. Oh yeah, that is a definitely yes. So, with that said, the odds are more likely than this being true that someone is managing the price. Could it be true? Yes, definitely. But the odds are, and you're willing to, on a balance of probabilities, you have to go with the best, most likeliest scenario, right? And this price is being managed. Maybe it's being managed this way. This is the way they planned it out this way, but it was part of the management, which is interesting because at the same time, large Bitcoin holders accumulate 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin as prices waver. Okay, so we got people selling Bitcoin and people buying Bitcoin, and So what's the story here, right? Are the people buying it, or are the people selling it? The people who are buying it at a lower price since they're waiting. They're like, okay, you want to sell? Sell it to me at 25K. Maybe that's the case, but hey, you know what? There are smart people out there that understand that it is in the incumbent's interest to push the price down, so they're waiting for lower prices, and you should too, of course. But you have to be within reason. You can't control the prices, but some people can, and they're buying low. You should be doing too. So dollar cost average is the best thing for the average person because you want to be able to get into crypto at an average low price. Okay. Half of the people in Turkey now own crypto, this report says. Crypto adoption is on the rise in Turkey, a country in the throes of high inflation. According to the research survey conducted by KuCoin, over the last year and a half, adoption has increased from 40% to 52% in Turkish population. Now, KuCoin is the fifth largest crypto exchange in the world, collected this data based on a survey response of 500 people. Okay, so this is, I don't know if I want to put 100% stock in this particular report, but I do know as a person who did visit Turkey that it is a big thing. Just walking down the street, people would stop me and want to take pictures with me a lot more often than anywhere else in the world. So is it a possibility that it is 50%? Possible. But I know that a lot of people are into crypto and know about crypto. As people like go, aren't you? Aren't you that guy? as I walk down the street. Okay. This is a huge eruption, right? Bitcoin holdings on the crypto exchanges dwindled to 2 million, fewest since January 2018. Okay, so there was one report was fewer since 2017. But let's take a look at the overall picture, right? This is whether the other report was correct or not. It doesn't matter. There is a clear indication somewhere along the way, and some by many analysts, that there is a downward trend with the number of Bitcoins on exchanges. Now, this can be explained away with the fact that people are just not trusting after FTX. But FTX was a year ago. Why is this happening since FTX? You can see that since FTX occurred approximately, even before actually, look at that, since 2020. This has been on a downward trend. So this downward trend is a clear indication that something in the market, someone's seeing stuff in the market, and they're taking action against it. This drop off, you can see it was approximately where's it here? 2023, 2022. Yes, there we go. This was approximately into the event of FTX was the major change in people's psychology. So yes, this could be just that, people's psychology, but I would suggest, just in case, that you take your crypto off of exchanges, because there is no bell for you as an individual right, that owns Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, that someone's going to come to you and say, hey, you know what? Soon there's going to be like a collapse in the US dollar or something like that. And they're going to take all your crypto and give you dollars. You don't want to be on that side. So make sure that doesn't happen to you, that you have your Bitcoin and they can't take it from you. So don't trust Ledger, trust Trezor to store your Bitcoin, because the government can compel Ledger to take your Bitcoin because. Alrighty. Moving on. So we were talking about Bitcoin last episode. Well, actually, it was on Friday, and I was telling you that we were right about here on Friday. And yeah, I said that we had more downside to go, but don't. If you had this short, you can move your stops to break even or around the top of here, and then as this breaks down, you only have a little bit, maybe down a little bit past this 25 271, but in this area is where you can see that you should take profits or take a long, because it's going to come back to the point of control. As you can see, if you add the VPVR, which I was talking about, I didn't actually do on the last TA video on Friday, you can see the point of control was clearly and obviously at the $26,000 mark, and we are back at it. So whenever we move back into the point of control, we fail to we go above value or below value, and we come back into the point of control. There's an 80% chance, not 100% chance, that we test above value if we come back from below value, and an 80% chance if we come back from above value back into the point of control, and we will test below value. So that's exactly what happened. So, and this is where we are. You don't want to take particularly trades in this area because you will be sitting on your trade for a while. You want to take trades outside of this point of control. If you're going to take trades in this lower in this area, you do it at the lower time frames, and then if you happen to carry on with a particular direction, that's how you would profit. Once that direction plays out, you just take some profits on a staged basis on these lower time frames. But you will be trading a lot, and there will be losses, a lot more losses. I mean, not a lot more losses, but you could have suffer a lot of losses and wins at the same time, and that can be psychologically damaging. So most people should trade at the higher time frames and wait for some sort of clear indication of the trade. So yeah, once we're above here, remember I was telling you, once we're above this level, we're probably going to take a short, and that was right on the money. That was the best thing to do. And also I said over here, we should take a long, and that was the best thing to do. Quickly going over Ethereum, it was pretty much the exact same thing as Bitcoin. We are still in a downward trend, and we're probably going to retest these lower areas, especially this wick that has to be retested. For that, yeah. Are you willing to sell your Bitcoin? Are you willing to buy Bitcoin actually as a buyer down here? That's what the market wants to really test, is if there's people willing to buy down here. As for the dominance, I'm a little concerned because of seasonality that normally Bitcoin outperforms in this season, the September season. And so it's not a time to buy alts, and alts start to drop off. So this should pump. So I would wait for a clear indication. It's difficult right now because we're so close to a clear indication. We have to break this yellow trend line to really say for sure that it is alt season again. Unfortunately, breaking this trend line could mean that we could break it very, very fast and head all the way down to the 47%. That would be a very big crypto season, alt season against Bitcoin. The best thing to do is to trade this thing and find good projects that will do well. priced against Bitcoin in order to increase the number of Bitcoin that you will have. And why do you want to increase the number of Bitcoin? Well, because Bitcoin is going to be the money. You can live in the future that hasn't been written yet, that says that you believe it's not going to happen, and you will not participate in the wealth transfer that's going to come. It is guaranteed to come because we've used this monetary system before, and the results were always the same. It collapses. So logically would mean that you want to get out of this monetary system and buy some Bitcoin. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.